No plans this weekend? Well, how about a little bit of binge watching? We've got a few suggestions of what you can watch, and TV Guide Editor-in-Chief Mickey O'Connor is here to walk us through a few of them. It's going to be a hot weekend, you know, maybe you want to stay inside where it's nice and cool. Yeah. So you've got a great list for us, starting with one that a lot of people would know from Netflix, Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, which is starting, what, third season now?
Third season, yeah.
Okay, let's play a little bit of the trailer there.
Titus, why are you back? It's okay if you got fired. We'll find you another job.
I make my own green.
That's not gonna work.
It will once I get better at drawing ears.
How awesome is this place? Even though they don't have recess, which is fine. It's fine. Recess is for babies.
I broke up with Bobby, and it was worse than I could have imagined.
Oh no, he killed you and now you're a ghost? I don't want to make sexy pottery with you.
Love me some Titus. Always so funny. But all the regulars are back this season.
Yeah. So the one thing is that Tina Fey is very good at casting, but she's also really good at guest stars. So in addition to all the regulars, we're also going to see a bunch of new guest stars, including Laura Dern, who plays a very interesting role. Maya Rudolph, Ray Liotta, Rachel Dratch, and you know, last season was about Kimmy sort of figuring out what she was going to do. She got a job, all this stuff. This season, Kimmy actually goes to college, and she gets a scholarship for a very interesting reason that's sort of related to her time being kidnapped in the bunker.
Okay, that's a good little tease.
Yeah.
And you've watched a few of these already. You've been.
Yeah, I watched the first 6 so far.
Okay, and so far so good?
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Okay, so still in the comedy sphere, right? We've got Casual. Well, this is on Hulu, though.
Yeah.
So let's watch a little bit of this and see what it's like.
I'm just the IT guy, right? It's not like I have feelings or pride or anything resembling human emotion.
It's working now.
You're welcome.
What does one do at a storytelling class anyway?
She looks like she's having a midlife crisis, but she's dressed like she's having a quarter-life crisis.
That's a lot, thank you.
So some people may not know about Casual. I didn't know about it. It seemed like it's sort of like life after divorce.
Yeah, so the premise is that this woman gets divorced and she and her teenage daughter move in with her brother. And her brother is kind of a successful tech entrepreneur. He founded a successful dating app, which is kind of the irony of the show because it's all about their dating lives and how chaotic they are. So the big news is that at the end of the last season, the sister actually moved out of the house, and so this is the first time that they haven't lived together. So that's going to change the show significantly.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. But it's a fun show, and it's also very relatable in terms of sibling relationships.
Okay. So if you prefer something a little darker,
yes,
right? We have now Orphan Black.
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi, right? Basically.
So yeah, it's pretty sci-fi. I mean, it's about cloning, human cloning, and this is my catch-up pick because we're going into the 5th season, which is actually the final season. But the first 4 seasons you can stream now on Amazon Prime, and so there's not a lot that I can tell you about the new season, except I will say that fan favorite Crystal, everyone's favorite clone, she will be back.
She will be back. Can we play a little bit of Orphan Black?
We found each other. We came to love each other, joined together, and vowed to protect each other. Now we fight.
So if that actress looks sort of similar, it's because it's the same actress.
It's the same actress
playing her clone
Your
over and
countryman.
over again.
Yep, Tatiana
Canada.
Maslany. Yep,
yes.
there you go.
We produce, a few talented people here and there for television.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right up my alley because I love this sort of sci-fi stuff. I know I'm like, I like the funny stuff, but I like things a little dark too.
Yeah.
Another one. This is also a genre that I love. A lot of people love this. These true crime genre.
Sure.
Keepers, a lot of people are comparing it to Making a Murderer.
Yeah, so this is if you liked Making a Murderer, which is a weird thing to say about that show, but if you found it interesting, then this show Keepers is kind of along the same lines, true crime, and it's basically about a nun who's murdered, and in the process of doing making this documentary, they sort of explore the environment that she was in and how there might have been a history of abuse there.
Let's hear a little bit of that trailer.
She was murdered our senior year, and it's always haunted many people in the community.
Our mission, we were driven to find out who hurt Sister Kathy.
People pop up from 45, 50 years ago who say, I have a story I'd like to tell.
Do you know how long they've been working on this?
I don't, but I do know that this is a cold case. I mean, this is something that happened a long time ago, and so in terms of the documentary, I think that they went trying to solve the murder of this nun, and I think they found something a little bit different, which is also something that you see in a lot of these true crime documentaries these days.
That's fascinating. And the thing about this, I know that there are a lot of these true crime things, and we talked about sort of it's a murder and it's horrific, and lives are ruined. But when you bring it back up, especially when it's a cold case, there's always the possibility that justice will eventually be served if enough eyeballs watch this.
Right. I mean, you look at making a murderer, and that sort of changed the literal legality of it for the accused.
Yeah.
So so I think that. It could change things, yeah.
Well, a little something for everyone here. A little dark, a little light. I like it. Last time you were here, it was very dark.
I learned my lesson.
Gave us something to laugh about. Before we go, here's a look at Mickey's picks this week one more time. Mickey O'Connor of TV Guide, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.